Welcome in, everybody. The party today are heading off in search of a dungeon they previously discovered during the Queen of Nordmark quest. On the way back, they found this area where there was this clockwork amulet and a little bit of a puzzle involving a sundial, but they understood that there was something bigger underneath that could be explored at a later date, and they're back to do that. The Clockwork dungeon itself. It's down to the south in the goal hole, and so they've got to take the party all the way to the goal hole, and we're gonna do that. And I'm not doing a Cladis today because I've prepped a lot of stuff, and I kind of want you to get through some of it. Are we all ready to go?
Yep.
All right. So you're all up here. You've got a long road down here. If you would like, we can just push you along that road, right? You're not going to get any random encounters on the road. We'll just subtract 2 days. Or we'll just say 2 days has happened. You'll subtract 2 days worth of rations and all that. And you can start off at the House of Feral, noted plant respecter.
I'm not subtracting any rations. Ha ha ha.
Oh, yes, of course, because you've got the... it's Outlander? I think it's Outlander that does it. And there's another one?
I've got the magic armor that makes food.
That's the one. That's the one. Yes. So you've got magic armor that makes food for you. Does that make enough food for everyone, or is everyone else going to have to subtract rations?
Just me.
It just makes, yeah.
Just you. Okay, so everyone else...
I have infinite water thanks to Ben.
Oh, yeah. Remind me, how much do rations cost again?
Parfait, you're going to be like a walking food service by the end of this. Yeah, so rations are, I think they're a gold piece for a day. But let me just, no, there might be 5 silver for a day's worth of rations. Let me just get that for you. Rations for 1 day, they are 5 silver pieces. Half a gold.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, so...
If I remember to buy them.
Subtract amounts of cash that you might want for any rations that you want to spend, and move your tokens along to the House of Feral. Assuming you're going that way. I mean, if you want, you could wander straight off into the mountains and head on straight down, but it's going to be a much longer quest.
We know there's both a cadaver collector and hill giants around here somewhere, so maybe we stick to the path.
Yes.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Yep. Okay. So move your token along. Take 2 days of rations off of your list, apart from, of course, Parfait, who is it's pastries, isn't it? That it produces, if I remember rightly. Or...
It's a tasty snack, but I've decided that the code is mocking me, and it always produces carrot-themed items.
Oh, wonderful! Is it carrot cake this time, or is it
yes, it's carrot cake.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, carrot cake's delicious, so
it is.
Could be worse. Right, yeah, so you all make it to the House of Feral. Are you going inside, or are you just going to keep walking?
Haze might knock on the door to see how he's doing.
Okay, you just hear, who is it?
As
this hobbling sound towards the door. I know, shush, Marie, it could be anyone. All right. He opens the door a crack. Who's there?
Hello, my name's Haze. Do you remember me?
No. He shuts the door again.
How rude.
How do you
I think
respond
he's
to this?
busy.
Haze is just muttering something to herself. If anyone's nearby, it probably sounds something like, okay, maybe Summer got the wrong address. Not Summer, maybe Spring got the wrong address.
Yeah. You can hear whistling behind the door, and you hear Feral say, "You see, Marie, you just gotta tell them you don't know who they are. That's it. That's the trick. Or you could try what you did and turn into a pot plant, I guess."
Hearing this, Haze is going to knock again.
Oh, Jack Nabbit. You hear this stumbling towards the door. The door opens a crack. You again. What do you want?
I heard that.
Well, you're on my property. You can hear whatever you want.
Well, yes, that is very generous of you.
That wasn't... You vex me. What do you want?
Well, I just passed through here on previously, and I just wanted to check in, see how you're doing.
I'm doing fine. Wasn't for that deadbeat brother of mine. Doing even better.
Hank will stick his head round the side of Haze and be like, "Hello, I'm a deadbeat brother too."
What? Who? How many of you are there? He opens the door and sees all four of you. Anyone got any visible weapons?
I mean, yes, but not like wielded.
Ah!
Haze is pretty much wearing Samus Aran's power suit.
Slams the door again.
All right, bye.
All right. You just wait. Comes back, opens the door again. He's holding a staff. A staff? A staff. He calls it a staff. I've got my staff now. I'm ready. I'll bonk you if you come too close. Holds it across his body.
Cool
Hand
stick.
trembling.
Calm down, we're friends.
Are we?
As in we're friendly, I don't think we're that well acquainted.
Well, I don't remember you at all.
I've literally never met this person.
Is there another house with a strange old man who lives with a potted plant around here I might have confused you with?
What do you mean, lives with a potted plant? That's my wife you're talking about.
Yes, sorry, that was a very impolite way to word it, but yeah, you understand the gist of what I meant.
Honestly, you come to my
I could
house,
not
you
have
knock on my
mistaken
door,
you.
you insult my wife! You
What
need a
kind of
lesson
plant
in
is she?
manners.
Well, actually, this is a hut, not a manor.
What do you mean, what type of plant is she? She's a person! She's just in the shape of a
What?
plant.
I've got a friend who's in the shape of a rock.
The bird?
Parfait's just in the back, miming the conversation with Jeremy.
You're friends with a bird? That's called an aracocra.
No, a rock.
Yes, the bird!
I do have an Aarakocra friend as well, actually. Not seen him in a while.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's nice to have friends.
I'm not so sure. You've got these friends, and look at them. One of them has no manners, just goes in here, accuses you of having sex with a plant.
Whoa, I didn't hear that.
I didn't make any such accusation.
Ah! My cover's blown! Slams the door.
Haze,
I think he's busy.
Haze just stood there with a completely open mouth.
You hear you hear what sounds like slow
Oh no.
cello or violin music playing inside.
Haze, they're on a date. Let's go.
Haze slowly turns round, pops up the helmet of her armor, and starts walking away.
As you're walking away, you just hear, "Oh, Marie, you tend to my sore, dry skin so well."
Hey, Vera.
Her name is not Vera. That's her sister. Yeah.
Have a nice day.
So that's
aloe plant.
feral. Yeah. His wife used
As
to be a
everybody's
sorcerer.
We presume.
We presume.
Yeah, as Haze is walking away, she's muttering under her breath.
As everyone's
When I see
walking away,
Spring,
like,
I'm going to kill her.
lol. Not Nose is just going to say, I will be right there. I think maybe this would be a good time for a small prank. And I would like to use my thieves' tools to lock the door.
What?
Okay.
And end this prank.
It's just a minor inconvenience for him later.
Roll me a stealth check to do it quietly.
Sure thing.
I don't think I need to check for locking the door. It's a pretty normal lock, and I think you're going to be good enough to be able to do that. It's whether he hears you. There is music going on, so the
Probably
DC is relatively low. Yeah, you're fine.
16.
So that door is now locked. Okay.
I'm sure he has a key that works.
I'm sure he does,
I mean-
yeah.
And probably a latch from the inside anyway.
Hopefully.
You're going to be very confused. Anyways.
Dies crying, eating the last of his wife. Right.
You're a huge reader of being a cannibal. God.
Okay.
The hell, Nick?
I don't know. I don't know where that came from. I had coffee, and that's what happens. Right. Where are we going? Where we dropping?
Parfait's gonna pipe up. That guy was talking to an inanimate object. That's just pretty weird, you know.
I mean, I often talk to my equipment while I'm working on it. While it's not necessarily well, I'd be worried if I had an answer, but it's a good way to get through problems, you know. Just speaking them out loud as if you were speaking to them. Someone gives you a way to think them through.
Maybe he is druid. They are very strange folk sometimes.
This is true. Have you met that the young green girl? A very strange one, always giving me dark looks.
Wait, is that Tattle?
Green?
Who's the green one? It's a mystery.
Yeah, Tassel's green. You didn't know that?
I don't think I ever knew that Tattle
This
was
is
green.
brand new information to all of us. One of the oldest characters in the game has been green the whole time.
What colour do you think she was?
Like, I don't know, red, orange, purple.
Yeah, like green is a very unusual tiefling color.
It's an unusual tiefling. I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. I think that's really cool. It's just not been in my head at any point that she's been green.
Yeah.
Okay, we're learning things.
It's been on her character sheet from day one. She's got green
I
skin
don't
and darker
read
green
those.
hair.
Those aren't for me. Those are for you. Those are for you. lot.
What's a character sheet?
Yeah. No, I just try to make you have to rip them up. That's it.
Well, you've been really failing for over a year now, Nick.
I've got 3 of you now.
Yeah, I think Enfys fell for it.
Yeah, but they didn't have to rip up the sheet.
Right.
And
Before we
neither
go
did the
nowhere, where the fuck are you going?
North?
Lol.
Let's go east to the town of Chafford.
Do you want to go to the place where you burnt down a farm, or do you want to
Yeah,
go to
let's
the
not-
place that you've not been to yet?
Let's not go to the place of the evil cow.
Parfait
Silly
is
place.
adamantly against going to any burned down farms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's try
okay.
and use square. Square. Hexagon. I know words.
All right, let me open my notes because I've only just realised I forgot to do that. You don't need those, do you? Right, okay, here we go. What did I roll for this? By roll, I mean draw a card. Oh, yes. So you're walking along over the fields, and you're making good progress towards where, at least you've been told, the Clockwork Dungeon is, and the sky is blue. You're sort of in the middle of late spring, that time that we all call the middle of late spring and not just late spring. And it's warming up. The flowers are starting to bloom. There's a lot of allergens in the air, and the sun is shining, and there's a couple of scattered clouds moving across. And sat in this field on an old stump is an old knight, and he's just sat there, human knight, resting on his sword, which is one of those great swords. It's sort of in the ground, and he's just leaning against that. And he's just sort of staring off into the distance. As you haven't travelled stealthily, he does see you as you're approaching. He looks at you and just stares straight ahead again.
Excuse me, mate. You shouldn't really put the point end in the ground. It dulls it.
This is true.
Indeed. That is very improper weapon storage.
Precocious of you all to come out here and give me a lecture on how to use my weapon, a sword that I have used for the past 40 years, perfectly in battle. Have you thought that perhaps I simply don't care if it is dulled right now? I can sharpen it whenever I like.
Oh, really?
It's like a nice sword.
If you are so sure that I don't know how to wield a weapon properly, you upstart, why don't you show me?
Oh, what I'm saying is, you probably wield it fine, but you're storing it wrong.
He stands up, pulls the sword out of the ground, and walks towards you.
Yeah, that's right. See? You can wield it.
You sarcastic little whelp. You come here and impinge my honour, rubbing salt into the countless wounds, my storied history as a knight, without even so knowing my name. No, I shan't have it. And he draws from a pouch a silk glove, walks over to you and slaps you in the face with it.
Ooh. Spicy.
This is a challenge.
Does he have any visible wounds?
He has scars. He has a lot of scars, but no visible wounds.
Where'd you get all the scars from?
Do you accept the duel, or are you some honourless heathen?
Oh, yeah, always up for a fight. Tell me about you. What? Give me some war stories. I want to hear.
How about this? You beat me and I'll tell you some stories. I beat you and you run off with your tail between your leg and leave me alone.
Sounds great.
All right. Roll initiative, please.
Question, by the way. Could Haze tell anything about him based on maybe any sort of embellishments on his armor or anything?
He is wearing...
I mean, she'd sort of no armor.
Yeah, he's... roll me a history check.
Okay, history.
And Hank,
Oh,
please place your token down here.
I'm right in with a nat one.
Right in with a nat 1 for your initiative. I'm going to roll for Sir Horatio, and I got 20.
Wow.
A nat 20. So this is great. This is great. Everyone else, please add yourselves to the map as well. But yeah, you're gonna just be walking on the outside of this, I think. Right, Hank. Good luck.
Do this.
Okay. Add yourself to initiative as well.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So Horatio runs towards you with a great sword and swings it overhead down onto your head. What does he get? He gets a 19.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. Okay. You take 12 points of slashing damage, and I would like a strength saving throw, please.
Hey, +5. Ooh.
Oh my
Get these
god.
bad rolls out of the way early.
Yeah. What weapon are you wielding?
Also a greatsword.
Yeah, you're not anymore. It drops to your feet.
Oh.
With Sir Horatio's second action, he picks it up and throws it into the river.
See, I told you you're bad at weapon storage.
I'm bad at weapon storage. That's your weapon that's in the river. You couldn't even keep it in your hands. So Horatio ends his turn there. Hank, it's yours.
Not the proper place to keep weapons. You do need... good at your strikes and whatnot with your 40 years experience, but you've been storing your swords in all the wrong places.
You better go and get yours, hadn't you?
And well, Hank will pull out the let's go for a warhammer, and swing it back at the guy. Actually, first he's going to rage because that was rude.
That was rude, wasn't it? Oh, it was rude. Yes, get that rage. All right.
All right. What do I do with rage? It's not even that long. This was the last character I've used, and I've forgotten everything. Okay. That's just damage, isn't it? And cool. Oh, so that is plus 5 to hit. Hey, 20. Gonna do it.
A 20 hits.
Hey.
Yeah, roll damage.
And the 8 plus 3 plus 2 rage damage.
Nice, 11 damage. Good hit.
You're a mean man.
Absolutely.
And wait, you said the sword got thrown over here somewhere.
Yeah.
So
in the river.
Hank will reorientate to just the other side.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, he'll look over the others and be like, "Good hit, right?"
Yep. So Horatio will wheel around you.
Golf clap.
Oh, we dancing now.
Swings the sword at you again. That's 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. Does 23 beat your AC as well, Haze?
Yes, 23 beats my
Swings
AC.
the greatsword in a massive sweeping arc, and it is going to strike both of you. Hank.
Excuse me, I do not believe we were fighting.
You take 11 slashing damage.
Okay, down to 5. So that's...
Haze, you take 1 slashing damage.
Oi, mate! Like, I thought you were supposed to be some honourable knight and shit. That's not a duel when you start hitting my friends as well.
It's not my fault your friend decided to enter the zone of combat.
Well, I thought
Haze,
you were good with swords.
If you want to roll initiative, you can. But you don't have to. But if you want to roll initiative, you can, and I'll add you to initiative.
Haze, don't worry, I got this. This guy is being unhonourable, and that is not how you do a duel. I've done plenty of duels in my past in the gladiator ring, and this is not right. You,
Do you
sir.
wish to assist you, or shall I simply stand by?
Look, if he starts cheating and shit, then you can jump in. But for now, mate, you leave my friends out of this.
You notice he's just watching you all this time, and he's just been waiting for you to get distracted by this conversation to strike again. That is a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. Can you make me a strength saving throw again, please?
Alright.
And you take 11 slashing damage. Hey, you pass it. So he swings the sword downwards towards your feet, and you stagger backwards a little, but you don't fall to the ground, as he was trying to give you a trip attack.
Ooh.
That is Sir Horatio again. Hank, over to you.
All right. Hank wants to grapple him.
Okay. Gonna contest it with athletics. You have to beat a 20. Oh, that is unfortunate.
Oh wait,
wait,
no,
you're raging.
I'm
You get
raging. I'm
advantage.
raging.
Yeah.
Is it advantage? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Okay, you grab hold of Sir Horatio. He goes to grab your arm and push it away, but you're too strong for him.
Good.
Very good. What are you going to do with that?
Hank is going to force him. He's going to move him back 10 feet and place him into the river.
So if you want to do that, that's a shove. But I'll let you have that. But you're not grappling him. But that is a shove. But it's the same check anyway, so you can have that if you want.
I thought when you're grappling someone, you could move them.
You can pull them with you, yeah.
Yeah,
or
that's
if
what
you
I'm
can
doing.
lift
That's what I
them,
mean.
you can push them forwards. But if you're pulling someone, that is more like you go that way and they go with you, right? You're not pushing someone.
Okay.
That's a shove.
Okay. But I can only shove him 5 feet, right?
I mean, it depends. How much can you lift? Because you're a strong character, right?
Oh yeah, I can lift.
Well, what is your strength?
My strength is 16,
Okay, so
and I'm raging. If that has an effect.
16 times 30 is how much you can lift.
400.
480 pounds.
Yeah.
Maybe not. He's in full plate. Just checking plate armor's weight, just in case. 65 pounds. Actually, yeah, you can lift him. You can lift him and throw him into the river if you'd like. 480 pounds, yeah, you could do that.
Absolutely, I'll throw him into the river.
Yeah, nice.
And
Splash.
I will get into the river with him and pick up my sword.
Okay, I'm going to say the Horatio's prone in the river. As you lift him and just throw him bodily with your anger. That's great. Yeah, and you get in there. Do you try and pick up your sword? Was that?
I'll pick up my sword.
Yeah, that's fine. You got your sword back. Okay, so Horatio's go. He gets back up. The two of you are fighting in the river now with this rushing water around your legs. Yeah, he's gonna try and hit you again. Oh, that's not so good. That's a 12 to hit.
That does not hit.
Second attack coming in. Oh, that's not so good either. That's a 9 to hit. So he's clearly rattled, and he goes to make 2 heavy swings against you, but you deftly dodge out of the way. Hank, over to you.
All right. You are no honourable knight. I apologise for sullying your swordsmanship up on the shore there, but this is no way to fight in a duel. You stay down here and just leave us alone, maybe. And he will go for a shove.
Going for a shove. Are you going for prone or are you going for knocking backwards?
Knocking backwards.
Okay. Can test that. Oof, that's worse. You've got to beat a 14, which I think you will.
All right.
Well, I'm going to find where I put that D20.
Oh, I did not. Oh no, advantage.
Advantage, yeah.
Forgot again. There we
There
go.
we go. You did it. So you shove him. And that was prone, right?
No,
Or
that was
backwards. That was backwards. I got
backwards,
distracted by the D20 falling on the floor.
Yep.
There we go.
And then Hank will get back out of the river and
you climb out the
save
river.
his friends. All right, gang. Enough of this sado. Let's get out of here.
I quite agree. By the way, Nick, do I get anything for I rolled a 22 on the history check?
Yes, so you've heard of Sir Horatio. Sir Horatio is a disgraced knight who cowardly ran away from the greatest battle that Nordmark has ever seen in the last 100 years. It was a great siege. He was there to relieve the castle, so to sort of come in as a rear action with cavalry, and he fled when he saw the armies that were besieging the city. Yeah. Sir Horatio is going to come back up.
Oh.
Sir Horatio will not have his honor impeded. I'm sorry, Parfait, you are going to be there.
I was just going to say that Parfait would try and extend a hand to pull him out of the river.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate because what you're going to get is a sweep attack.
Oh no.
So that
does
is
Haze pass on that information to us, by the way?
a natural 19.
He's going to
Go for it, Haze.
Haze
Yeah,
as Horatio's is walking out of the river. Haze is going to fix him with a gaze and say, Why not let us run away, Sir Horatio? I thought you approved of such actions.
Okay, if you're doing that as he's coming out of the water, he's changing his position. Right. Hank, Haze, please roll initiative. Hank, you are going to take 10 points of slashing damage. Parfait, does a 24 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to take... Well, people have shield and shit like that. You never know. You are going to take 3 slashing damage. The second attack is going in against Haze.
That's fair.
That's a natural 16, so for 21.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, can you make me a strength saving throw, please?
Okay.
And you take
I'll use
10
my
points of slashing.
Okay. 10 points of slashing. I will use my armor of power to give myself a bonus equal to my intelligence modifier. That's going to be a +4. $14 on the strength save.
14 on the strength save, that's just enough. So Horatio does this sweeping strike against Hank that cuts into Parfait as well, and then sweeps across and down to try and trip you. And again, you sort of lock the plates in your leg armor, and it just clangs against them, and you don't go anywhere. It hurts, but you don't go anywhere. And Sir Horatio looks at you like, you dare bring up my greatest shame after you've come in, just insulted an old man who just wanted to rest. Have any of you any honor? Okay, that's his turn.
Horatio.
Over to you, Haze.
Sir, I was literally trying to help you out of the river, and then you slashed me.
Oh yeah, because you've been attacked, Parfait, you can roll initiative as well if you would like to, or you could not. It's your choice.
Sir Horatio, there is no need for this.
I'm gonna roll initiative, but I'm not in the fight just yet.
That's fair. There is every need for this. My honor is everything to me.
Well,
All right.
perhaps you should work on regaining it instead of starting brawls with random passive spy.
You started this. Haze, what are you doing?
I most certainly did not. But as you wish. Although I couldn't help but admire your armor.
It is good armor.
Is that definitely tempered steel? Dwarven made?
Finest armor in the land.
Do you know what else it is?
Wasted fighting you.
It's also very conductive. And she's going to press her hand against him and cast Shocking Grasp.
Okay, make your attack roll. With advantage, because he's definitely wearing metal.
Heck yeah. Okay, what's my spell attack modifier? +7. Does a 12 hit?
No, it doesn't. That's unfortunate. That's really bad luck. Yeah, you go to strike at him with ooh, hold on. Sweet. Yeah, so you go to strike him with a shocking grasp, and the metal just kind of takes it, honestly. It turns out he's wearing so much it just goes straight to ground. But Sir Horatio is going to do an opportunity attack. Ooh, Mage Slayer.
Oh.
Right.
Oh dear.
Does a 16 hit?
Nope.
You're good. So, yeah, you force lightning him for a second. He looks like he's going, but he just brings that sword down and you have to dive to the side. Anything else, Haze?
Well, it would look like we're at an impasse. Do you have anything to add here, Knives?
Knives
You're gonna
just
step
sat
to the
there
side?
with one of the rations unpacked, and he's just chomping away on it like.
Right, nope, this is good.
I think that you all have made bed, and as things get really out of hand, Naeve is going to enjoy snack. Come.
Sir Horatio, there's no need to go on like this. We were just about to leave.
If you want this to stop, you can concede at any time.
Okay, very well. I concede, Sir Horatio.
Then get out of here, coward.
You'd know all about that, wouldn't you?
I'm sorry, you're back in the fight. You've done it again. You just got to stop insulting the man. Insulting the man brings you back in the fight.
He just can't help it. He's just clearly being unreasonable.
Yeah. Okay, Hank, over to you.
Hank's gonna shove him again.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Let me roll a contested check. Oh, okay. You have to beat a 24.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
On that 20. Oh,
You know you can roll with advantage in Albert.
fuck! I keep on forgetting that.
Oh! Okay, so 24, because that's status quo on a contested check, nothing happens, I'm afraid.
Okay.
With contested checks, if you both come to the same number, it's like you're struggling against each other, but you can't make any footing.
Right.
Yeah, so you go to push Sir Horatio, but he's seen you do this before, and he's ready for you, and he grabs your arm, and he holds you in place. Anything else, Hank?
All right, mate. Look, whatever. Had about enough of this. It sounds like you don't have any honor to start with, so yeah, I'm just out of here. And Hank is going to walk off.
Okay. He
Which
turns
direction
to
were we
take a
going?
sword and strike at you.
Oh, but he just
Didn't he
used his
already-
reaction
Yes,
to...
you might think that.
Oh,
Warden,
okay.
Sir Horatio can make one opportunity attack per turn using this.
Per turn?
Without
Wow.
using their reaction.
Okay.
Yeah, get hit, scrub. Or not, that's a nat one. So he goes to strike at you, but yeah, in his anger, he just strikes it into the dirt again.
Bye, mate.
Coward!
Maybe you consider retiring. You seem to be getting slow in old age.
Roll initiative, Knives. Welcome to the fight. We go to Parfait.
Look, gang, just leave this loser to it, all right? He's clearly having a moment.
+4.
Parfait's like, I'm sorry with them. They're being very rude. I was just trying to help you out of the river. You seem to be a fine knight. I don't really want to fight you.
You, I like you. You have honor. Feel free to leave. I will not strike you.
Okay, I'm just gonna watch this play out. I really hope nobody dies.
No one will die. I'm trained in medicine. Okay, that's Parfait's go. Sir Horatio. Who annoys him more at this point? Is Haze? Is it Hank? Is it Haze? Is it Hank? It's kind of both of them. He's going after Haze. But he's going to wheel around so that he can take on Knives as well, who has just entered the combat. Right, one against Haze. That's a natural 3. That's not going to do it. And one against Knives. That's a natural 19. That is going to do it. Knives, can you give me a strength saving throw, please?
I can indeed. Let me just...
I keep forgetting this guy's got great weapon master, so I really should be re-rolling the ones I do on damage. You take 14 points of slashing damage. And what was your save? Ah, there it is. Ah, well, bad.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. All right. Yeah.
14
so
slashing, you said. Okay.
yeah. The what weapon you holding at the moment? Because you ain't.
I'm not.
You're
was
not
eating.
holding any weapons.
I
Okay.
was
So,
snacking.
all right.
I was
You're
eating and
fair enough.
chatting shit.
You're prone. Okay.
Okay.
Knives, over to you. You're prone on the ground. You've just been tripped. A sweeping attack against your legs.
Okay, so half movement to stand back up.
Yep. Half movement to stand back up.
Question: this area, this square just directly below me.
Yeah.
Is that
got a cliff.
standable on?
It would be. You can stand on it if you make me a hard dexterity saving throw. We're talking a DC 20. Because that's slippery, it's knotted, and it's kind of like
I'll just item into action, draw the rapier, and stab.
Okay.
Am I flanking or am I not?
You got flanking.
There.
That's fine.
Hooray! +6. Boop. Oh, and flanking. 16.
I'm afraid that does not hit.
Just
Go to ram the rapier forwards, but yeah, it's full plate. It's really hard to get through. You're aiming for like the little slits in the armor and the little joints and all that to get through there, but he's moving constantly. It's really hard. No luck, I'm afraid.
No, I wasn't going to get involved, but now you insist on being silly. So bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And let's step away. 5,
okay.
10, and can I find like a tree trunk to stand behind?
15, you can't go
20,
that far.
25.
You used half your movement to stand up.
Bonus action.
Yeah, bonus action disengage.
Oh, disengage, right? Yeah, of course. So
if you want a bonus action dash, you can, and I will strike at you.
No, it's okay. I just stand behind Parfait.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
I remember rogue rules.
Haze, over to you.
Okay, as Knives is moving away, Haze is going to map towards them. Do you want to rob him?
Knives, how do you respond?
Old man is very ornery. Maybe he learned a lesson about not picking fights with entire groups of strangers.
How much health has Hank got, by the way?
He has 13 HP left.
Yeah.
How's
Ratio doing?
Pretty well, I'd assume. We haven't really hit him.
You've done 11 points of damage to him.
And he's probably got quite a big HP pool.
He is a knight. Yeah. So yeah, what are you going to do, Haze?
Haze is going to look at Horatio, lower her glasses, and just glare at him. If anyone's sort of paying attention, they might actually notice that her eyes aren't red as they were previously. And she's going to say, "Surrender." And this is her casting command.
Okay, so first of all, you're going to get an attack opportunity.
Of course I am.
Ooh, what is that? Oh, that's not great. That's a 13 to hit. That's not going to hit you.
Nope.
So command, is that wisdom save?
Yep, wisdom saving throw versus my spell save DC.
Okay, let's roll the wisdom save. All right. That is a mere 9.
That does not beat my spell save DC of 15.
Okay, what word did you use?
Surrender.
Surrender. Throws his sword on the ground.
Okay, can I immediately grab the sword as a item interaction?
You can.
May I suggest we start tying him up before he does something foolish?
I want no part of this.
Oh, sorry, it doesn't do. He doesn't do that yet. He's still holding his sword. It happens on his turn.
Okay. I suppose because I used an action to cast the spell, I can't ready an action to pick up the sword, can I?
Nope.
Okay, that's just my turn then. Haze is just going to cast the spell and stand there with folded arms.
Cowardly Hank, what are you doing? Your rage, by the way, is ended. Because I don't believe you attacked last turn. Oh no, you did. You shoved.
I did. I shoved.
Yeah. Never mind. Your rage is still up. You're good.
All right. Yeah, Hank's gonna look back and be like, Oh, you're lot still at it? I thought we were just going to... Okay, right. It'll wander back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have the extended speed on him yet because he's not leveled up enough. Haze, if I attack him, is that going to mess up your spell?
It might.
I think so.
Yeah, the spell won't end till the end until the end of the round. So,
Not one of these ones that if you attack them, then it stops the charming or whatever.
Well, it does not give him a chance to roll a save. No.
Okay.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
If he's still holding a sword, he's not surrendered yet. Hank will throw a Freelan's returning spear.
Okay.
I mean, if you've got something that will restrain him, that's probably going to be the most helpful thing.
I just can't get to him and be able to do anything at the same time because that is
Okay.
the whole of my movement speed I've just used there. Hey, there's the 1d6
Okay.
plus
Yeah, that hits.
5.
I'm really annoyed because I have a very funny feature on Sir Horatio that he's not yet had the ability to use. 10 points of damage. Very good. Javelin goes junk. Well, the spear, sorry, goes junk straight into Sir Horatio's leg, and he cries out and goes, "Ah! Blighter!"
And he looks over and
then
it appears back in Hank's hand.
Yeah, and you're ready to go again. Okay, Parfait.
Parfait is just really hoping nobody dies out of this and that maybe someone learns a lesson, but he's not sure who's learning the lesson right now. I'm just going to go sit under a tree.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so Horatio's go. He drops his sword, holds his hands up, and goes, "Fine." Knives.
Okay. Item into action to get out rope. And then while Sir Horatio has his hands proffered, I would like to pull the reins behind him and tie them together.
Intelligence sleight of hand check, please.
Yes. Let me boop, 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 boop. Yes, so +2 + 2 is 4. Sorry, I have to work that one out manually because it's not default dex. +4. 15.
15, so that'll be the DC to break out. Okay.
Yep. I would then like to. Hang on a minute.
Hemp and rope, right?
Bonus action. Yes.
Cool.
I'm going to Draconic Cry. Once it's down, I'm just gonna hop up, hands on your
Okay.
shoulders, and then just kind of just a roar, kind of, in the kobold way. Just,
Okay.
just to unnerve him, and then until the end of my next turn, my allies and I have advantage on attack rolls against enemies within 10 feet of me who can hear the cry.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So everyone else feels this sort of inspiration from your inspiring cry.
Yeah. And then I'm going to.
Yeah.
Wait, he's not holding a weapon as far as I'm.
No, he's dropped his
Because he
weapon.
could drop it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to step away then. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. He's going to swing at you, body check you as you go away. You surrendered, but...
Yeah, you know. After the end of his turn, the spell wears off.
Well, that's in that one. So it's well, misses. Can't get you. Haze, over to you.
Okay, Haze is going to item interaction, take that sword.
Mhm.
It's mine now.
You're certainly holding it. As to whether it's yours or not, so Horatio may have something to say about that.
Yeah. And can I shore up the ropes tying up Horatio?
You can retie them if you'd like. which would replace the check.
Yeah, because, well, I've got a +5. I think that's a pretty decent chance.
Yeah, intelligence sleight of hand check.
Wait, yeah, because I'm not proficient, so yeah, +5. Yeah, I think Haze is one of those people who just sees someone tying a knot and thinks, you know what, I could do that better.
I will cackle if you get in that one. I will cackle. It will be the end of me. I will be deceased. That's decent. 17. So it's up the DC by 2.
She's going to whisper in Horatio's ear. I hope this day serves as a humbling experience. I'm sure there's still a chance for you to regain your honor instead of becoming a brigand.
Also, Knives, you've just seen Haze undo the knots you did and redo them. How do you feel about that?
Rude.
Yeah, I know, right?
And they're very
Unacceptable
similar to what
behaviour.
you just did.
Yeah, like, no, I've probably missed out a very, it's just like, I think Haze is probably has like a little flourish on it as well.
Hank, anything?
Yeah, Hank's gonna come round and shove Horatio again.
So you've tied him up and now you're going to drown him. Is that the plan?
It's a shallow river. We were standing
You
in it.
can
It'll be
drown
fine.
You can drown in shallow rivers if you're tied up
can
and
have-
land face first in the water. Yeah.
Well, I can
okay.
drown in like a teaspoon of water.
Yeah.
Hank will look him in the eye and be like, "Don't land face first, mate."
Very nice. Roll your check. I will. Oops, sorry, that's cocked. Let me try that again.
And this is with advantage, right?
Yeah, because you've got. Well, it was anyway. You're raging. 22 beats what I had,
Oh, yeah,
which
so it
is 14. One day you'll remember that you're raging. One day.
I remember it when I get hit.
So Horatio splashes into the water face down and starts burbling. Okay. Parfait, what's happening? Hank has just killed a guy.
Could I see that he's face down in the river?
You could probably hear that Hank has gone, oh bother. I told you not to do that. You know, not oh bother, that's a very Winnie the Pooh sort of thing, but I told you not to do that.
No,
I just said
turn
don't
over,
land face
turn over.
down.
Right.
Someone get him a straw.
Parfait hasn't this gone on long enough? And he's just gonna try and right the man in the river.
Mate,
Okay.
remember what happened last time you did that?
You scrabble down
he doesn't have a
into
sword.
you scrabble down into the water and you're able to right him. You don't need to make a check on that. You can turn him over, that's fine.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I think this has gone on long enough.
Tell
Certain
your
ratio.
heathenous, honorless curs that you hang around with for some reason, for some unknown reason. Tell them to back off and leave my honor intact.
He's fine.
Very well, I'm leaving with the sword. Have a
Have
lovely
a
day,
point of
sir.
inspiration, please, Parfait. Okay, it's Sir Horatio's go. Can he? Oh, sorry. You go.
Yeah, I don't want to blow a rabbit hop just yet, but he can't exactly attack me that well right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm fine right now.
He's not going to attack Parfait. He likes Parfait.
All I've done so far is help the man, stop the man from drowning,
Yeah.
and help him up.
Yeah. You can be pretty sure he's not going to attack you. You've done nothing wrong. Okay. Okay, so Sir Horatio. See, the funny thing is, you've all worked very hard to set this DC for untying the rope. Doesn't fucking matter.
He's got a knife.
Nope.
He's got a knife, hasn't
All
he?
rope can be burst with a strength check. And he's very strong. And he just goes boom and bursts the rope with his hands. Scrabbles up to here. That is the full movement. And he is going to go for you, Haze, because you're holding his sword.
Didn't it take an action to break the rope?
Oh, it might have been. Let me check. Hempen rope. just with a check. So that would normally be, I think that would normally be an action, yeah. I'm happy to put that as an action, because most checks, I think, unless otherwise specified, are actions. So yeah. He bursts the rope and he's back, and he's angry. And he's shouting and spluttering, still getting water out of his mouth, and how heathen and how cowardly and crude and honorless you all are. Fight him like knights. He actually has a little bit more movement. 15. Right. No, he doesn't. No, he's stopping there. Naeve, over to you.
Ball bearings. When you put them on the floor, it's in a 5 foot square, right?
Yes, although probably not an occupied one.
Okay, well, not if it's occupied. Okay, that's fine. Well,
I mean, you can if it's occupied. It's just if they move through that area.
Yeah.
But if they're already in the area, they're not going to suddenly fall.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's fine. It's you want to fight? Okay, I will provide a little of fight. Step down next to them and swing again.
Okay.
Rapier.
Oh yes. Huzzah! That's probably not what a knife sounds like, but it's what I believe anyone with a rapier needs to say. Huzzah! It has to happen. That'll hit.
Huzzah!
I was going to say this would be with an advantage because of flanking, but that's probably decent.
It could.
I mean, I've rolled the second one in case it's a nat 20. Yeah.
You never know.
Boop.
It's
Exactly.
not. But, it is. my view showed it as a 14, and then updated all of a sudden. Your tricksy kobold hacks turned it into a nat 20. Yeah, crit. Roll damage.
So 2d4 plus 46.
Yep.
Plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus modifier, which is not doubled.
Rogue crits. Good fun.
Oh my God.
23 points of damage.
23.
Very good. This is now a bloodied Sir Horatio. He wipes spit and blood from his mouth. And he turns around and he spits a chunk of blood at Haze.
I don't strictly speaking. I do have a bonus action, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Which is going to be to disengage again.
Yep.
And instead of pulling the sword out, I'm just going to roll backwards as part of like all the same thing. And then it should be like 5, 10, 15.
Just backwards roll. Auto knives roll out. Okay, Haze, over to you. You just had a gob of blood spat against your face.
Okay, so Haze has probably had it just spat across her glasses, which she's pushed back in front of her eyes, and she's just going to brush it out of the way, calmly.
Activate windscreen.
Narrow her eyes at narrow her eyes at Horatio.
Yep.
And then she's going to look to Knives and shout, "Knives, my sisters and I used to play a little game. I wonder if you're familiar. It's called Keep Away." And she's going to throw the ball at Knives.
Very well.
Do I need to make a check for that?
You are throwing a great sword, actually. Yeah. Can you make me
You're throwing a great sword at a kobold.
Can you make me a raw strength check, please?
Okay. In comes the armor again, so give me a +4 on that, thankfully.
Is this one of your infusions on your armor?
Yeah.
Nice.
Also,
basically, it lets me add my intelligence modifier to a certain amount of rolls per day.
That's really
cool. For a
cool.
total of 15.
15's enough, yeah. Knives, you catch the sword. It's thrown really well.
Hooray!
Anything else?
Let's see, that would have been my action. Yeah, I think Haze is just going to stand there with folded arms and a smirk.
Okay. Go to Hank.
Look, mate, this ain't worth it. I don't know what you've got going on in your head or your past or whatever with your dishonorable discharge and all that shit. Like, you clearly got no honor. You're fighting a bunch of people for no reason. Just let it go. And Hank will shove him again.
Okay. Sure.
Advantage on the shove.
Okay, you've only got to beat an 11. Please roll advantage on the shove for once.
There we
You done it.
Alright.
Splash! Parfait, you get a little bit of river water splashed against you as Horatio crashes down next to you.
I'm just sitting in the river, like elbow propped up on the rocks, doing like this is my life kind of pose.
This time he does land stood up. Okay, Parfait, anything you want to do?
Hank will also wander off towards this way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try talking to Sir Horatio for all the good it'll do me.
Yeah.
Like, forget about them. Just stop this. I've got some nice hot tea for you. You come sit down, tell me a nice war story, and we'll forget about these people.
Make me a persuasion check, please. Yeah.
Persuasion. Oh, 5.
Oh, that's not going to do it. He's enraged. He just spits river water out of his mouth and he says, "You get those cravens to concede, or at least fight fair, and perhaps we will have that tea." And it's Sir Horatio's go. Clambers up the bank.
Hold on, I was gonna.
Oh yeah.
Get out of the river.
Yeah, that's fair. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Also,
20.
is everyone okay with me effectively taking myself out of the fight?
Yeah, no,
Absolutely. No, this is wonderful.
This is
I'm really
hilarious.
enjoying this.
Haze, you may make an attack of opportunity if you like.
Okay, I can't use a spell attack for an attack of opportunity, can I?
No.
Okay. In that
There is
case,
a
Haze is
feat
just
that will
gonna-
let you do that, but no.
Oh yeah, it's like Warcaster or something.
Yeah.
In that case, she's just going to grab the hilt of a short sword in the back of her armor. A hatch is just going to pop open with some small explosives because Haze is very extra. And she's going to stab at him with a short sword.
Okay, go for it.
I'm
That
assuming a
does not
12
hit,
won't
I'm afraid.
hit.
No. So you go for it, but his armor blocks it all. He goes up to Naeve's. He says, "You give me my sword back." Okay.
Question. No, wait, the advantage was last round. Never mind, carry on.
Yeah. He's gonna attack you, Knives, with his fists. That is a 17 hit, Knives.
That hits.
Okay, can you make me a strength saving throw, please?
A strength save. I already know the modifier for it. I should need to get the dice. Boop. Boop. Helps if the button actually registers the press. Oh wow.
Wrenches the great sword out of your hand. You also take 3 points of damage because it was an unarmed strike. Hank, you're getting this one.
By the way, Knives looks in a very, very bad condition.
Ooh.
Hank, that is 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, can you make me a strength saving throw as well? And you take 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay, so that's 6 points of damage. And I get advantage on the save as well. Cool. Which is just
19s.
as well.
Yeah, you're good. He tries to shove you prone. Or no, not a shove. Sorry, he tries to sweep that sword to knock you prone. But no, you are good. You've learned his tricks. You know what he's up to. You know what he's about, and you jump up into the air as the swipe goes down. Very good. Yeah, you avoid that. Knives, over to you. He just took your sword. What the hell's that all about?
Okay. First things first. Bit bloody well, I just got sucker punched in the gob.
Yeah.
That not very nice. Knives were just commentating on fight, and now Knives might have to kill you.
You took my sword, coward.
Wait. Before I stop with the rapier, though. 1.
Fair. You have flanking.
But if we have flanking rules, I'm going to use them.
I need to get rid of those.
Okay, so advantage plus 6. Let's go. 19.
As you go to strike, he whips his sword up and he parries it.
Oh.
That's right, Ben. I've had this feature all this time. I'm afraid no. He strikes it away with his greatsword.
If only you could
action
parry a
cowardice?
shove, mate, eh?
Yeah, I know. It's been really annoying to me that I've not been able to parry your attacks.
So, that was with the rapier, right? Can I item into action to draw my dagger and use my bonus action to strike with that?
You would have used your item interaction to draw the rapier, presumably, as you were previously holding a greatsword.
Yeah, because it's massive and I'm tiny gold, I guess. Okay, that's fine. In that case, bonus action disengage.
Yep.
And I used 5 feet, so I've got 25 left. 5, 10.
I need to remember he
15,
can do an attack of
20,
opportunity if you move
25.
sideways next to him as well. Keep forgetting about that.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's got some pretty old-fashioned attack of opportunity rules attached to him, which actually you can get in 5e. It turns out, Cavalier class. Right.
Yes.
Haze, over to you. And he is a Cavalier.
Ratio.
Yes, coward!
I've given you as many outs as I could.
Do you concede?
This is your-
Dishonorable wretch, I didn't think so.
Haze is going to look at him.
Cool, full action.
Think for a moment.
Oh, okay.
Yep, looking is an entire action.
yeah. Talking is a free action. Crying's a free action. Looking, though. No.
Yeah. Okay, so Haze is going to look at him, say,
Yeah.
I said I gave you as many outs as I could. Now listen. And she extends her arm and activates the mechanism on it, which just whirs and buzzes with electricity.
Okay.
I'm going to give you one last chance. Surrender with your dignity intact, or die.
Okay. Spits on the ground and goes, "Never surrender!"
You surrendered about 5 minutes ago, mate.
I was compelled by the witch.
Still counts.
And with a scream of, "What did you just call me?" Haze is going to unleash a bolt of lightning.
Ooh, shit! Are you doing lightning bolt?
No, this is just a basic lightning. The lightning launcher, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was getting real excited. I was getting so excited because Sir Horatio, here's a line that also strikes either Parfait or Hank. There's no other way. I was getting so excited for friendly fire, but no, okay, lightning launcher, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I don't think Hank gives me advantage, does he?
No.
No. Okay.
Ooh,
Damn.
that will
Oh,
not
please tell me
strike.
you've got inspiration.
Just voomph, and combat rolls to the side, which you can do in full play. You can do combat rolls in full play. It's wild.
Yeah, and thank you for the magic inspiration. That's a 23, thank you.
Oh, he starts moving, but you zero in and shoot that lightning launcher straight at Sir Horatio. Roll your damage, yeah.
And that's what you use the plasma beam for. Okay, that's going to be 2d6 plus 5.
2d6 plus 5, very nice.
Yeah. It's the feature where I can basically add plus 1d6 to one attack I make. 15 points of lightning damage.
Okay, so Horatio dies. Well, actually, he collapses on the ground and we'll start making death saves.
Okay. Haze is going to walk up to him and look at him. And firmly pick up the sword and put it in her bag of holding.
Okay. So the old man dies on the ground.
I mean, he doesn't have to die. Yeah, he's not dying. He's not dead yet. He's making death saving throws. We've got like.
He's just rolled a 1.
16
You've not got that many rounds left.
Okay. Anyone want to try and stabilize him?
I will say you're all out of initiative now. You can act in whatever order.
In that case,
I'm just going to be every 6 seconds. I'm going to roll a check.
Okay.
Naeve has a herbalist, and also proficiency with them. Not that I think I need it. For this
it would
bit,
be
but,
a medicine check, not a herbalism's kit. Is there not a thing with herbalist kits whereby you Healer's
don't need
kit.
to make the check? Healer's kit.
I
That's
have
the
a
one.
healer's kit.
Oh, did I not? Why
Hey,
healer's kit?
get over it. You're good at this shit, right?
Hold on. Can I just double check the name times to see if I actually did the correct thing?
You did a herbalism kit so you can make poisons and potions.
Okay. I didn't.
Yeah, the healer's kit is what brings people. It's a med kit basically.
Yeah.
First aid kit.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, a healer's kit. Basically, you can use one charge and it automatically stabilizes someone instead of needing a medicine check. And if you have the
roll another
healer's
death
feat,
save for Sir Horatio.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Parfait just said that they've got one.
Yeah.
18. That's a pass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, Parfait. If you
Yeah.
try and stabilize them, I think.
Yeah, I don't feel right about bullying an old man. I'm gonna try and medicine check to not die.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is great. You only need a 10 for a medicine check to stabilize someone. Yeah, so you stabilize Sir Horatio and he lies on the ground, breathing heavily as you tend to his wounds. He goes, I never caught your name, Rabbit.
My name is Parfait.
It's a good name. You're a
Thank
good
you.
person.
Also, not a rabbit.
I fought with honor, didn't I? Right to the end.
You did your best.
There we go, the matter's settled. Sir Horatio has his honor after all.
Haze rolls her eyes, but I imagine Horatio can't see that.
I believe I owe you a war story.
Question.
Like that. And I pulled out the hot beam.
Can we see the old man's gear anywhere?
He's got a pack with rations in. It's got an old tattered war standard, and it's got a book as well. He's not like unconscious at this point. He's just sort of lying on the ground. He's going to know if you loot his stuff, but it's up to you whether that stops you.
Naeve is feeling a little bit slighted of being dragged into the fight, despite being non-violent up until that point. And
You attacked his honor.
Shamelessly.
You attacked his
empty
honor.
the bag.
You entered that
I'm not going
fight.
to take this. I'm not going to take the stuff. I'm just going to empty the bag, looking to see if there's anything worth taking.
Typical brigand. He mutters to Parfait.
I've handed him a hot cup of tea from a definitely not cursed tea set.
Okay, he's gonna drink some of that. He trusts you. He thinks you're honorable. He thinks no one else here is honorable, and he's probably right. But yeah, he trusts you.
Hank's going to take his sword and be, whilst he's telling us this war story, be sharpening it for him.
Oh, okay,
he's not.
that's.
Haze
Oh
has it in
no,
her bag of holding.
no, Haze is Haze
Oh,
is
okay.
taking it. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, so about an hour passes and he tells you a war story. It was a time when he and a group of cavalry knights that he used to fight with, they found this village that had been razed to the ground by a baron, and everyone was dead or dying of disease and of their wounds, and they tracked down this baron's army in a wide quarry where they'd hidden out to prepare for their next assault, and they trapped them in the quarry with fallen boulders trapping the entrance, and then they rained down arrows on them day and night until no one was left alive. It was, that was the good old days. When you can win a battle with your mind, not with, muscles and all that.
Sometimes all it takes is a clever thought.
Oh, exactly. Anyway, I've proven my honor.
So just so that I am clear on tactic you used, you trapped them like a fishing barrel and then shot them instead of facing them in open battle. Honorably.
Oh, yes. If you face someone in battle, you have to know you're going to win.
I pat him in the most condescending way possible and walk off. just short ways away.
Young brigand, you don't understand. I have already won. Make an insight check, anyone who wants to understand what that what that was about. Unless you feel like you've got an understanding of what he meant by that.
Not me.
Knives believe so.
Fair enough.
Whether or not Knives actually does.
18.
18. Haze. I think Parfait, that's probably enough. It wasn't a particularly hard thing. Sir Horatio wasn't fighting to beat you. He was fighting to prove he's honourable enough to fight till the end. He was fighting to prove to himself that he can do it after he'd run away.
Aww.
Or else, mate. Like, now that we're all friends and that, like, what happened to you?
Friends is a stretch.
We've hung out for like an hour now. We're friends, right? But like,
we're not.
Why'd you run away?
You come over the fields. You find an old man sat there, dealing with his grief, with his shame. You insult him and his honor without even knowing him. Then you beat him to within an inch of his life, and now you ask him to relive his most shameful moment. You really do have no honor, do you?
No, look, I'm a gladiator. Like, it's not about that. Like,
this is a really big case of like cultures clashing.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to tell your story. It's fine, mate. It's fine. It's all right.
I shouldn't expect so much of you. Maybe it's a night thing. I don't know. I know you don't mean anything of it, I suppose, but it's not a question I long to answer. Still, perhaps there'll be time in the future. It's been about an hour. It was a long story about the quarry. There were a lot of details. He really went into a lot of information. There was really long descriptions of banquets in it for some reason. He was really, really going on and on about the food.
He's an old man with stories to tell. I get you.
Yeah. But yeah, he sort of shakily gets to his feet. And he goes, I
help him to his feet.
A little better. He's going to roll 8 hit dice and recover his hit points. And he goes, right, well, if you'll give me my sword back, it means a lot to me. I'll,
Look, the fighting's over. If you get your sword back, are you going to attack these people with it again?
I promise not to. I've proven my point.
On your honor?
I know I have my honor. I need not attack anyone.
Haze is going to...
And I also rolled hit dice.
Yeah, you've all had a short rest.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll roll hit dice.
Yeah. Haze is going to reach into a bag of holding and pull the sword back out and hand it back to Horatio. And she's going to say, you know, in some ways I wish I had your problems. My
Perhaps
regret is not running away when I should have.
Perhaps you can inherit them sometime. Perhaps the two of us can meet in the middle and find one functional adventurer among us. Takes the sword, leans on it again, and says, well, where are we going then?
Friend.
We?
Ah, yes. It's very clear you all have much to learn about honor, and I have little to learn about technique, so let's get going.
The more the merrier?
Hank has a massive shit-eating grin on his face right now.
Like, out of character, I love the idea of just, like, listening to people tell their stories. So I'm all on board with just, like, listening to an old man's war stories.
Yeah. And he will accompany you, regardless of whether you say he can or not.
Yep.
I mean,
Out of character, I'm excited. In character, Haze is furious.
Hank's gonna try and give him a high five or a fist bump or something.
He does not in any way give you a high five or fist bump back. You just punch him in the chest. He looks at you as-
Hank will chest bump him.
Okay, he's dead.
Luckily, he's already rolled those hit dice. Otherwise, yeah. Back to death saves.
We're on our way to a dungeon.
A dungeon, you say?
Yeah, it's pretty close by.
I'll tell him what I know from the research.
Okay. So you relay that information. He goes, one of them old Imperial Wattses, I assume. I've not heard of one around these parts, but, you know. It's not really my sort of thing. I'm not really much of a dungeon delver. But then, I wasn't much of a coward until I ran away, so we'll see what happens. Okay.
And Parfait will just be listening to any story this man cares to tell on the way to the dungeon. And just
Yeah, he's
offering
going to be
him
waffling
this-
so much. He's going to tell you so many stories, and most of them will have extremely detailed depictions of food in for some reason. This one I like to call a song of ice and fire. And yeah, it just gets going. Just gets
It's
going.
not very musical for a song.
Yeah. Are you heading to the goal hole?
Yeah.
And we'll take a break before you get in the dungeon. All right, welcome back, everyone. The party have arrived at the location of the sundial puzzle, where I believe it was Haze. Is it Haze who found the clockwork amulet there?
Yep. And she, gifted it to Cedric to convince him to accompany her on the Hunter Be Hunted quest. And we all
Who
know how
has
that
that
went.
now?
I can't remember if it was actually recovered.
I mean, you
It
recovered
was
Cedric's
recovered
body.
from Cedric. Yeah.
No, we didn't recover Cedric's body. He melted.
It was, I'm reasonably sure it was picked up from the body before we left it behind.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, so she's still got it.
Okay. Because as you approach the old sundial, you notice a ticking noise. Tick, 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 tick,
It's gonna
tick,
blow!
tick, 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 and it's speeding up as you get closer.
I think I detect. I think that's the sound of dangerous magic being detected in the area.
It's ticking louder and louder and faster and faster and faster, and it becomes a whir and a whine that increases in pitch as you get closer and closer to the sundial.
If I back away from the sundial, do I notice everyone getting closer start to move faster?
You don't. But a
Okay.
really good instinct. A really good
Knives
instinct. Yeah.
Knives is also going to maintain a 35-foot distance away from everyone else.
Okay. Very specific. Haze, what are you doing with that information?
Okay, I think Haze is going to look around for see if she can spot what's causing the ticking.
Okay,
Because
the
this
ticking
is what
coming
she's
from
here
the
for.
Clockwork amulet.
Interesting. Can she tell anything about the clockwork amulet?
It's an amulet made of clockwork, and the gears and the cogs, they're all moving faster and faster and faster. They're now a blur, essentially, inside this thing. It's like a pocket watch, but you open it up and inside it's just cogs. No timepiece.
Well, that's unusual. It must be reacting to the area.
Yeah. As you approach the sundial puzzle, it's just going faster and faster and faster.
Was it doing this when when she... well, Haze may not necessarily remember this directly, but would it have been doing this when it was first picked up?
It wasn't, no.
This wasn't in Summer's notes. So, this wasn't in Spring's notes. Why do I keep saying Summer?
Because that's Nick's wizard character who goes through each of the seasons, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's also a fellow player.
Yeah.
That's who.
But the Summer you know, he's not been here.
Okay. And presumably the Spring I know hasn't... Well, the Spring I know has been here.
Yeah. And it wasn't doing it then. Because it would be in the notes, right? It would be in the notes.
Yeah, Haze quickly just pulls out her journal and quickly flips through it. No, I don't see anything here in my notes. Do you realise everyone else is probably...
Are you wearing the
Nick?
clockwork amulet?
I'm going to say no, she's probably just got it in her pocket because,
Okay.
It's...
You feel your pockets start to get warm.
She's going to reach into her pocket and pull the amulet out.
Still whirring away, and it's just louder. Are you getting any closer to the sundial?
I think she's just going to pull out like a... Would it be reasonable to say she's just got like something like a little like a finger skateboard or something with wheels on it that she could just use to roll towards the sundial? Roll it towards the sundial.
It's a very specific item to have. A finger skateboard.
Yeah, like just random bits of junk.
Just to roll it on the grass towards the sundial. I don't know if it's going to go very far on the grass.
What if I tie a rope to an arrow, shoot the rope arrow over the sundial, and then we slide it along the rope?
That could work.
Let's
Good
do
thinking, Herringon.
that. Finally, someone that doesn't call me a rabbit.
Why don't you just throw it? Just yeet.
So is this a dungeon then? So Horatio says. Doesn't look like much.
Well,
King,
it
your
doesn't look like a
pacemaker.
dragon, does it?
Well, no, but no one said it would.
Odd bit of dungeon diver humour. It'll
Right.
take a long time to explain.
Yes. Well, next time you want to be funny, just don't, okay?
I will remember it would be wasted on you. Don't worry.
Yeah, so Parfait, you step up, you tie a bit of rope to an arrow, you shoot it across the sundial, and yeah, you've got a little bit of rope tied to the end of the sundial. And you...
Well, no,
Oh, sorry. Go.
I was gonna say, the arrow would be like fired in a way where the rope goes over the sundial, kind of like
Over
a
the
ski lift
yeah.
line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got this sort of essentially like a zip line for the Clockwork Amulet. You sort of tie, I guess, just tie the amulet's fastenings around the rope and just send it down, and it gets louder and louder and louder. It's now this high-pitched whine, and it starts to glow red hot as it gets closer. And then as it passes over the sundial, there is a blinding flash of light. It is as bright as the sun, and when your eyesight fades back to normal, you can see there a door stood upright, not supported by anything, made of cogs constantly turning.
All right.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's definitely something you don't see every day, and I had a thought about this place. This was built shortly after some guy's wife got sick, and he kind of got obsessed with the place and disappeared. So maybe this was meant to, like, make her better or somehow? Like, can people rewind time? Is that a thing?
Good question. Is it a thing?
You can roll me Arcana if you want. Or... No, I think that would definitely be Arcana.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to roll Arcana if I can roll Arcana. Let me get that +7 out.
Yes, because we don't want to go off my natural one.
He can definitely do it, and all you have to do is buy his herbal supplements. Okay, just double checking feats. No, that doesn't help for this. $11.
You've never heard of anyone turning back time. That would be absurd.
I've never heard of anyone turning back time. That would be absurd.
While they're talking about time stuff, can Nose be inspecting the door to see if there's any rhyme or reason to these cogs? Maybe some way that would, like a mechanical way to get the door open.
Sure, as you approach the door, the cogs melt away and reveal a long staircase down.
Is already open.
I'm gonna collect my rope, put it back in my bag, and just... Should we go in? I mean...
Yes, Knives has a little bit of experience with traversing in various places. They tend to have traps. Perhaps,
You're hesitant
person
about the
with best
stairs,
eyes
Enfys.
go forward. I'm hesitant that I have not the best wisdom.
Understandable.
Well,
Question, by the way. Can artificers change their infusions on a short rest?
I don't know. Wait, no, probably not. I think that's a long rest thing.
Okay.
Certainly a long rest, yeah.
I think the armor might be a short rest thing, but the infusions itself is a long rest, I think.
Right.
Made of? Are they stone?
The cogs, brass.
The stairs.
Oh, the stairs.
Long.
They are... Yeah, they're stone.
Alright. So in Parfait's backstory, he occasionally did dungeon work for Haze. That's one of his connections. So I would, like Naeve said, probably check for traps.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Knives' recommendation was that to follow immediately behind and be aiding with that.
Yeah, that'll do. I'll do that.
Okay, Knives, do you have dark vision? Of course you do. You're a kobold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you can aid. So Parfait, give me a survival check, or you can do a thieves' tools check to check for traps.
I don't have thieves' tools, so I'll do a survival.
That sounds good.
I have thieves' tools if you want them.
Yeah. Haze can also lend them if necessary.
Imagine it's more about the proficiency.
21 survival
Okay.
check.
21.
Yeah.
Okay. You find no traps. This is a safe staircase.
It seems pretty safe.
Karen gone first.
All right.
As we're descending the stairs, can Haze take a look and see if she can see any sort of hidden doors?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Okay. For reasons, I have advantage on these.
Reuse.
Also, Haze is going to basically very gently push her glasses up further up the bridge of her nose as she walks into the dark.
Okay. Haze, you have dark
Hey, did
vision.
that?
Yeah.
Does anyone here not have dark vision?
Haze is a tiefling, of course she has dark vision.
Yeah, absolutely.
The glasses don't do anything.
I think everyone's
But-
got dark vision, yeah.
Yeah, so Parfait's invisible right now.
Yeah,
all
you
of
can't
you.
see Parfait.
Yeah, because we all have dark vision, and that's what gloom vision makes him invisible to.
That's
Absolutely.
13, by the way.
13. That's unfortunate. No, you don't see any. You don't see any hidden doorways or panels or anything like that.
Because Parfait is invisible to me, as he's
Yeah.
making his way down the thing, I'm immediately behind him. Mouse is gonna just very gently have one hand on his back to keep track of where he is.
So you don't bump into him and that sort of thing.
Parfait's
Um,
wearing a nice purple cloak. You can just
That I
hold
can't
it with that.
see.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, but I can hold on to it. Yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah.
Nick, what
okay.
race is Horatio?
So Horatio's a human. So he's like,
Oh, you can't see shit.
I can't see any. Anyone got a torch or a lantern or something?
Yeah.
Yes, I quite think better illumination might be helpful for those of us who cannot actually see in the dark naturally.
And then we'll be able to see Parfait and all.
Yep. I think I've actually got the light cantrip. Let me just double check. Yep. Haze basically pulls out a sort of it's basically what we recognise as an electric torch and flips it on.
Okay. So yeah, you light a torch of sorts, and Sir Horatio follows down. Knives, you can finally see Parfait, and yeah, you're all going through. Oh, I forgot, by the way. Before igniting the torch, your perception check would have been at disadvantage, so flat for finding hidden doors because you were relying on dark vision
no,
at the time.
Oh yeah, I was.
So it would have flattened out. But yeah, now you've got a torch, so you have advantage on such checks, should you need to make them, and other perception checks. But yeah, you're all doing fine. You're all doing fine. You're heading down into... it's a long staircase. It probably goes 200 feet into the earth. It's getting cold as you go down. A bit clammy. And you can hear this ticking noise in the distance as you continue to descend. And after a while, you come out into this, I suppose, sort of an atrium. Well, let me describe what you see, because you have got a light source. It's pretty easy to see. It's a large circular room. You've come through this archway of cogs, and there's a single archway of cogs in the north as well. And there are 3 wheels. So they're sort of horizontal wheels, like the ones you see on like a submarine door, but they're horizontal and they're upright on the floor in the center. One is spinning constantly at high speed, and next to it there's this little brass plaque that's rotating with it at the same speed. There's words on it, but it's going very fast. It's hard to see from where you are. Second one, it is sort of clonking left and right as if it's sort of stuck and jammed. It will not move. There's a brass plaque again next to it, which is also clunking and groaning, and it spells out the word winter in common. The third one is stationary and is spelling out the word. Let's see which one we're going to have.
Is this in common?
Yeah, these are in common.
Modern common.
No, but you all
Old timey.
it's like ye olde English, right? It appears like that. You can understand what it means. It takes a second to understand it because they put some extra letters in that don't make sense. You know, it's using the thorn that no one uses these days, that sort of thing. But this one says stars. And next to the northern door that I mentioned, this sort of archway of cogs. So that one is sealed. The one you've come in is open, and the cogs are like ticking around you. The other one is sealed. It looked a bit like that doorway that opened up originally to enter this dungeon. So it's covered in these cogs that are moving around. There is a piece of magic I said, well, it is magical, and you can actually tell it's magical from this distance because it glows slightly. Parchment, and there is a floating quill next to it. The quill is chained to the wall. Oh, and you can also find a light switch. Because you got a light source, I'll say you find the light switch. That's fine.
Yeah, Haze knows what a light switch is because she's an artificer.
Yeah. Freyan's the artificer.
You're not into artificers.
I was going to say the same thing. Damn it. How has Talia not made that joke?
I know, it's amazing.
All right, well, I don't know. I'll leave the clever stuff to you clever folks, right?
Alright.
Okay,
Can I look
just
around
to
for secret
clarify, because
doors around the room?
Sure. Make me a perception check this time with advantage.
Okay.
So just to make sure I got all this correct. Three valves, one's moving really fast, can't see the writing on it.
Yes.
Too speedy. A clunky one with the word winter, and a stationary one with the word stars.
Yes.
And there's a magical piece of parchment with a quill next to it.
Yeah. If you get closer to the magical parchment, I can give you a bit more information about that. It says on it the words "write 12 lines."
Okay. That's a 19 on the perception check, by the way.
A 19, you find no secret doors in the atrium.
There are no secret doors around here. Don't look at me like that. It's part of dungeoneering. Always check for secret doors. You never know when there's a secret door.
You just gotta roll better than you're rolling at the moment.
Well, like, maybe I'll go around and check for structural integrity and stuff, and Hank will just go to each wall and like punch it lightly and see if it like rumbles or anything.
Okay, so the wall is made of cogs and clockwork, and there are also these tubes full of blue liquid that kind of glows faintly. But yeah, you can go and punch something if you want. What would you like to punch?
Like, if there's anything that seems like it is of structural importance, he wants to see how strong it all is and that everything's in good shape.
Okay, yeah, there's a few pillars that are made of like stacked cogs that are all rotating slowly and at different at slightly different rates. You can go punch
This
one
all
of them.
seems weird. Fontaine doesn't make his dungeons like this. Like, where's all the stone?
Exactly. There's no stone here except the floor.
I don't have tube cunning.
I mean, you hit it. It seems pretty sturdy.
All right, I think we're okay now.
Yeah.
Please do not break room. Yes.
I'm only tapping it. Clunk.
And that echoes around.
Can Haze tell anything about the machinery in the room?
Sorry, Parfait, what were you saying first?
I was just saying, it's probably not best to punch everything in here.
So Haze,
everything.
You're trying to... are you looking at anything in specific that I've described, or just all of the machinery in general?
Yep. Actually, I think she's probably going to look at the tubes that Hank was punching.
The pillars, or there are also tubes of liquid going around as well, bubbling away with glowing blue liquid.
Yeah, the glowing blue liquid tubes.
Okay. Sure, make me... This will be an investigation check, please.
Hot diggity damn.
Oh,
Would
yeah.
I get advantage for this?
Why would you?
Okay, just to be clear, the advantage is coming from the Dungeon Delver feat, which is advantage on wisdom and perception and intelligence investigation checks made to detect the presence of secret doors. Advantage on saving throws to avoid or resist traps, resistance damage from traps, and, well, traveling at fast pace, but that doesn't really matter.
This isn't a secret door, this tube, I'll tell you that. So no, you don't get advantage on it.
Okay, I'm just going to have to settle for my +7 then.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good anyway. That's great.
Ah,
So
Yourself,
as you get closer,
says.
you notice this liquid is extremely cold. Like the air around it, around the tube, is very, very cold. Do not touch these pipes. You may get stuck to them, and you may freeze to death. But yeah, very, very cold. What on earth would they be using something this cold for, though? And then you remember that cold kind of preserves food. Maybe it's to preserve life.
This appears to be some sort of cryopreservation system.
You
No,
say that, and no one else understands what that means.
And I'm thinking we just walked into Mr.
Well, you
Freeze's
see,
lab.
at low temperatures, especially sub-zero, entropy is significantly lowered, and therefore decay is halted. Are you getting this?
Hank looks very blank.
I think I get it.
It's like you know how rich people use ice to preserve food. It's that.
So should I lick the tube?
No, do the opposite of licking the tube. Do not lick the tube. You'll lose your tongue. Consider licking the tube.
Hank looks even more blank while he tries to work out the opposite of licking.
Do not lick the tube.
Yeah, Haze just thought, wait, maybe Hank losing his tongue could be to our advantage.
So Horatio goes, you know what, Hank? Maybe you should lick the tube.
No, do not lick the tube, Hank. Do not listen to what this man says.
I say these are some unusual environs, aren't they? What manner of
Yes.
dungeon even is that? What kind of prisoner would you keep here?
I'm not entirely certain. As Parfait said,
Difficulty
Sorry, go on,
getting in more than difficulty getting out. Knives would. I believe that there is something in here to be protected, not to be kept from escaping.
I see. So we should protect it.
If
Yes.
I had... Yeah.
I would like to turn the stationary valve slowly in case I see something happening and I'll need to stop it or close it. But like 90 degrees clockwise.
Okay. As you turn the stationary valve, it doesn't go 90 degrees. So
Okay.
it starts to go and it chunks. So it sort of has this, it's like there's a ratchet underneath and it kind of chunk as you rotate it. It goes one space and the little plaque next to it flips over and says dust. And it goes one more and it flips over and says sleet. But then it stops. It will not go any further. But you do
Okay,
feel
so
like you can pull it
stars,
back. It's not
dust,
like a permanent ratchet.
sleet.
Yeah, was this the plaque that said stars originally?
This was the one that said stars. Yeah, that's the one that can be
Okay.
moved.
okay, could someone remind me what the days of the week and month are, and the months of the year in this setting are again? Because I think that's what this puzzle is.
Good shout. I need to pull that up. It's in the calendar in the thing. Give me a hot second.
Yeah.
Let me
And another
give
one
you that
mentioned the
information.
season.
The days in Nordmark, because they are slightly different. Hold on, let me get you that. The days in Nordmark are stone, ember, river, oak, star. The months are dust, sleet, fields, chattel, sky, orchard, wheat, chaff, bonfires, feast, stars.
Okay, so that's the months. There was a season. So there must be
three of them, not.
Haze, didn't
Yeah.
you say that when you came down here, or when you found that place up on top the first time, you had to do something where you twisted the dial to the right time or something?
Oh yes, which I definitely remember. Haze pulls out her journal and flips to it. Yes. Okay, in character, Haze would have just looked that up. Out of character, I can't remember what that puzzle was at all.
It was something like that. We had to get it to
Yeah, you had to get it to the right time of day, down to like close to the minute.
Yeah, the sundial was not showing the time that it actually was. So you had to rotate the
Yeah.
sundial until the shadow was pointing the right way.
Yeah, that was it. Which Haze says out loud.
All right. So what? 3 cogs, day, month, year, something like that.
Precisely.
Parchment says to write 12 lines. What?
12 months, perhaps.
The gears, one's moving fast, one's moving a little slow, and one's not moving at all. Is it
One's
possible it's just moving very, very slowly?
One's moving fast. The other one is sort of attempting to move but clunking, as if it's hitting against something. And the month one isn't moving at all. It is definitely not moving at all.
Is there something blocking the one that's clunking?
Yeah.
That's a good question. How much of the mechanism can we make out?
You can make out a fair bit of it. You can give me an intelligence, Tinker's Tools, or investigation check.
I'll give you an investigation check for sure.
Kip, can I assist?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Wait.
Parfait, what were you doing, sorry?
Also asking to assist.
Yep, you can assist as well, but it's still the same advantage.
Yeah,
Only
but
one advantage.
I'll narrate it as
I
the
know.
3 of you coming up with things. It's absolutely fine.
I wanted to see if there was something.
So I'm not entirely certain you understood what I was explaining about cryopreservation. You see,
Yeah, so Haze actually hampers the investigation attempt by trying to describe cryopreservation while you're trying to look at it. Parfait, you spot some things that you can't really make out the meaning of. And you try to describe them, like you're pretty sure there should be something there or something there, but you're not sure, and then things move again and you're like, oh no, I lost it. And Naeves, you're looking at all of this and you've got nattering going on in both ears and you can't really make head nor tail of it.
This is why I normally work alone.
Hank, what are you doing at the moment?
I think Hank is watching them all kind of looking at this clunking gear and be like, it's just a bit stuck. It probably just needs a bit of a jump start or something, and he'll go and grab it and try and like force it to keep moving.
Okay, make me a strength check, please.
Can I make it an athletics check?
No. Because this is not something you would ever do at the Olympics, so...
Well, I don't know. I'm sure I've done something like this in the arena before.
That will not be enough. So you pull with all your might, and you can't get it to move any further.
All right, okay.
Now you said it looked like it was hitting against something. Can I see if there's like something jammed in the cogs somewhere?
Sure, I will allow you to make an intelligence check, Tinker's Tools or investigation. No assistance now because everyone else has burnt their assistance. But because you are closer to the truth than everyone else, I will let you make that check.
Not that it did any good. 13.
13. No, you're not sure. You're not sure at all. But you know, there's other things to look at around here. Maybe something else will give you a clue.
I'm just not seeing it. I'm not really familiar with machines.
camera pans to Haze, completely oblivious by this point and just going on and on about cryopreservation.
Yeah, you're just still explaining it all. Knives is just left and you haven't even known. So Rich is like, so cryopreservation is when you cool it down and the entropy goes, do continue.
Yes, and some cultures have actually began farming brown mold in order to lower the ambient temperature of specific cauldrons.
Oh, I see how ghastly.
Although this has been known, yes, it's been known to attract oozes.
Oh.
But I doubt that'll be an issue.
Well, no one likes oozes. No, nonsense.
Could you imagine making friends with one?
Ugh, ghastly. He walks away from that fort with a disgusted look on his face. He goes to look at one of the cogs, turning around and just staring at it for a bit.
Well, as he approaches the cogs, Naeve is going to pull out the crowbar from the backpack, grab him by the arm, pull him to the fast one, put it in his hand to say, "Make self useful. Stop cog turning."
Okay. He jams the crowbar into the cogs in the fast turning one, and it stops. and that wheel stops spinning, and the brass plaque that's been spinning next to it stops at the word gods.
Ooh. Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Well, that's
I
something.
don't know where, but somewhere.
More info than we had a second ago.
Can we tell what the
Hmm.
can we tell what the other words on the plaque would be? Or,
No, but you can just sort of have him take the crowbar out and stop it until it stops on a couple of the others. So with a couple of minutes, you can definitely get that information. And there are only 4 items on this plaque: gods, dragons, balefire, primordials.
Okay, those are the ages of this world, I believe.
Correct, Haze.
What is the date now? What is
The date now, hang on. It is the 24th of Wheat, 1421, in the Age of Gods.
so? Do we want today's date, Ace? Is that what we need to get it to?
It's worth a try. Although, one of them, that one seems to have a limited amount of... I mean, if it was today's date, that one over there seems limited to only 4 days. Sorry, 4 months. And that would not be very helpful if someone entered on one of the other 8 months of the year now, would it? There must be a specific date we need. And with that theory, can Haze try and discern what that date might be?
I don't know. Do you have enough information, do you reckon, to go on?
Okay, we know there was a noble here, so maybe it's a date that meant something to the noble.
Okay, I'll let you make a history check, but I'm going to say the DC is very, very hard.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, Sir Horatio lets go of the crowbar to wipe away some sweat from his brow, and the crowbar goes spinning off across the floor, and the wheels start spinning again really fast. He goes, "Oh, blast. Hang on, I'll go get it." And he goes, picks up the crowbar and goes, "Looks like if we want to stop this one of us is going to have to hold it in." That's unfortunate. No, no, Haze, I'm afraid.
Maybe this hypothesis needs some testing.
You say there were multiple... Oh, sorry.
Parfait, what did you say you knew about the history of this place again?
Well, it would seem this place was built shortly around the time a noble's wife got sick. They became very obsessed with it and disappeared shortly after its completion, I think.
Noble's wife. Perhaps her birthday, the day she succumbed, the day this place was built. So many possibilities.
Hank's going to try and get the one moving that is kind of jammed. And this time he's going to take out his warhammer. He's like, "Oh, you're right there with the crowbar. Got to use the right tool for the job, right?" And he'll whack it.
Okay. You whack it. Excellent. You whack it, nothing really happens. But that's good. Because I rolled a nat 1, so nothing happens to you.
Okay. But it doesn't start moving.
It's been moving. Oh, wait, sorry, which one are you doing? Because the one Horatio had the crowbar in is the one that was spinning constantly.
No, he's the one that was jammed.
Oh,
the
so
one that was
Horatio wasn't
clunking.
looking at that one. Whacking that? Yeah, no, you've already done a strength check to try and move it. I'm not letting you double up and try to do extra checks.
No, I'm not doing an attack check on it.
You failed. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Live with it. So
was there
Horatio
multiple
will
doors in
remind
this
you of
room?
your failure. Sorry, Parfait. You go for it.
I was asking, did you say there were multiple doors in this room?
There's the door you left in, and there's the door of cogs ahead of you that is next to the parchment that says "Write 12 lines."
That
But you said,
door
is
was
that door
locked.
sealed?
I mean, no one's tried to open it.
Okay.
Okay,
Spend an
Does
hour
Hank try to
arguing
open the
over
door?
a locked door.
Yeah, it opens.
Haze. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's been open the whole time.
Watch
It's
out.
been openable the whole time.
yeah, but what's all this other stuff here for?
It's a great question.
does
I'm
not
sure
matter.
you will find out.
And Parfait's gonna pipe up. Watch out! The walls of the dungeon are always like shifting around according to my research. So if one of us goes in a room, it may send them somewhere else before the rest of us can go in.
Yeah, it would probably be a good idea for you to all go in at once. Otherwise, you'll
is
probably
best-
have a bad time.
Stick together then, yes? We all go indoor, yes?
So Horatio salutes and goes, "Yes."
Okay.
Right,
Get
so
up.
we'll go side by side through the door at the same time. We're going to have to squeeze, aren't we?
That's
Yep,
not
on 3.
No, we
Okay.
can go one at a time. Just do not close door until everybody's through.
Okay.
What if it closes itself?
So
I'll go
Knight
first and
is
hold
trying
open the
to
door.
Hold the door. Okay, very well.
I
Okay.
really think everybody be overthinking.
So do I. So do I. Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a door that completely screwed over a free in a while back, so I ain't taking no
Well.
chances.
So you enter into a. I'm moving you on because this door is not trapped. It is safe. You enter into a large circular area bristling with these pipes that are pumping with blue liquid and coated in ice and hoarfrost. At the far end, because you have restored the light, you can see there is a creature trapped, embedded in ice next to one of these pipes. The whole room is very, very cold, freezing. You're worried that if you stay in here too long, you will freeze to death.
So that's what happens if
fuck.
you lick the pipes.
Indeed.
Is that
You notice the
in
hoarfrost.
contact with the light?
That would suggest living creatures have been around here because hoarfrost is typically formed from the respiratory system of creatures inhabiting an area.
Yeah, Haze, you
Otherwise,
can
there'll be no
see
sort
one of them in the
moisture.
ice.
Can we tell them in?
Voice in my head, I'm trying to be clever.
So Parfait, I don't think anyone's ever seen this creature before, but what it looks like, well, I mean, maybe one or two of you have, I'm not sure. But what it looks like is a large, kind of like a hyena or a weasel or a jackal. It's hard to tell because it's literally encased in ice, like completely encased in ice. So you can't see too much.
Can Haze try and identify it?
Yeah, go for it. Make me an Arcana check, please.
With pleasure.
What are the rest of you doing while Haze is racking through a bestiary, like going through the Mind Palace and looking at all the books?
21.
21. Knives, what was
Hank is still holding open the door.
Okay, Knives. The door is not giving you any resistance. You can go in.
He is still holding open the door.
You're just
He will
leaning
follow
against
his
the
last
door
instruction.
The door is made of cogs, so you will take 2 slashing damage. You're like, I'm just going to put my hand in the machinery.
Okay.
Knives,
I
what were
will
you
note
saying?
Things.
Knives is going to try to navigate the room and find the way through it.
Okay, yeah. There's a lot of pipes, but they're up halfways through. It's a little tricky because it's a little tight, it's a little narrow. You can give me,
I'm small.
I think, acrobatics. How does acrobatics sound? I'll give you
Acrobatics
advantage because you're a
sounds
small
absolutely
creature.
fine.
Everyone else will have a normal roll.
Yeah.
If they wanna
what's
get
my
through.
+4?
And Parfait, what are you doing?
Parfait forgot this quest was today, so he didn't sleep much. So he is worried about us staying in here too long, thinking that maybe that cog that said winter, if that was changed, maybe this room would thaw out, including the creature in the ice.
That's a great theory. I like that. I'm not
Okay,
going to give anything away by confirming or denying it, but I like the theory. So we'll go to Haze. Your super 20 score, above 20, tells you this is an Arcana Loth. This is a kind of demon or devil. Well, it's neither, actually. It's a fiend. It's the third. It's the secret third thing. There are demons, there are devils, and there are Yugoloths, which are the secret third kind of fiend. And yeah, that's an Arcana Loth. You've only ever seen it written in books, but yeah.
An outsider of sorts. Often, something of fellow dungeon divers. They always seek knowledge. You know, my sisters and I always hope we kind of meet one and convince it to be friends.
Naeve, you take 8 points of cold damage as you go through. You touch a couple of the pipes.
It's so cold, why burn?
In fact, I think Spring wrote a rather strange story about where she met one, and I won't talk about it.
Can I have a Constitution saving throw from everyone, please?
Oh no!
As the cold is creeping into your bones.
What did I just say?
16's fine. DC's
11.
10. 11's fine. 15's fine.
15.
What did you get, Knives? You're all
17.
good. None of you take any cold damage yet.
I would like to continue my path through the room to find the exit.
To get to the exit. There is no other exit in this room except the one you came from. The Arcana Loft is on the far end of the room, though. You're now next to the Arcana Loft. It's still just encased in ice. You do see it looking at you, though. Its eye looks towards you. But it can't move. It's just encased in ice.
Can you see anything there, Knives?
Creature is alive. I would like to get out of the room now. I have 2 health potions. I'm going to chug one before I go unconscious.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm going to make my way back to everyone else.
Okay. Please repeat the check.
Yep. 1 moment. I would like to have that potion of healing first. 2d4 plus 2.
Smart. While you're doing that, what is everyone else doing?
Well, the door's not closing on us, so I just walk into the other room.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I gained more than I lost.
Hank, what about you?
Is there anything that looks like things that we could turn, or machines, or buttons, or levers, or anything like that?
Yeah, there's quite a lot attached to various pipes. They're probably quite cold. You don't know what they do, necessarily, but you can try turning some, or twisting some, or making an investigation.
7.
Oh, nice.
Do they
I
look safe
wanted
to
acrobatics from you. Sorry.
You wanted acrobatics?
Yeah,
okay.
with advantage for the moving back. Haze, give me investigation.
4.
I just stay in the freezer room, I guess, watch and see what's going on.
Oh, you can step out. That's no problem. So Horatio's definitely stepped out. You wouldn't be alone.
That's a 12 on the investigation.
14 on acrobatics.
Pipes probably safe to play with if as long as you're not touching the actual pipes. 14 on the acrobatics is enough to get back. You reach the archway as you approach the arch, because you're the only one looking at from this side. Over the archway are written the words, "When the wind howls fierce and wild."
Ooh, I relay that to everybody.
Wind. Wait, Parfait, did you say?
I forgot. Hold on. Sorry, there's one other thing.
When the wind
Sweet.
blows harsh and wild.
Let me just.
You give me that
roll-
sentence again, sorry.
When the wind howls
Yep.
fierce and wild.
House feels some wired.
Ah, great. That's awesome. So, slight retcon. When you enter this room, the
Right.
floor is flooded and
Oh.
powerful winds are blowing across it. Now, I will say you can traverse it fine. The water is actually warm. But yeah, there's powerful winds blowing about. It's quite gusty in here.
Ooh.
Okay, so it's not frozen.
Not frozen, no. Warm water, weirdly.
Okay, wait, is the Arcana Loft not frozen then?
The Arcana Loft's frozen. That's still happening.
Okay. In that case, can Haze try and approach the Arcana Loft and get a closer look?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll need an acrobatics check. Not at advantage
Okay.
because you're not small.
I'm not, but my acrobatics isn't. Well, it's not my worst option, but it's not great.
It's
21.
good. Yeah, you make it over, and you reach the Arcana Loft, the iced Arcana Loft.
Which is looking at you.
It is.
Okay. Can I try and communicate with the Arcana Loft?
Sure. How? Well, what do you say?
Okay. I try mouthing hello, I say in common.
Okay. I can't move, but yeah.
One blink for no, two blink for yes.
So I'm just checking the Arcana Loft stat block. You actually can communicate back as telepathy.
Okay,
So
that's easier.
you hear a voice in your mind saying, "Get me out of here!"
Okay, yep. I was thinking along those lines. Any particular way to get you out? I mean, this
And then
room
just
seems warm, a bit warm.
Break or melt the ice. Just get me out of here.
Oh, okay. Haze is going to turn and look towards Hank because, you know, Hank's probably the best. If anyone's going to shatter ice, it's probably Hank.
So Horatio looks sad, but okay.
Or very
Horatio went in the other room.
Yeah,
he's
he
not
left.
in
It
here.
was cold. It was like, yeah, I'm done with this.
We're
Hank's like,
having hot heat.
all right, so the door's okay then. All right, and he'll charge across the room.
Okay, make me an acrobatics check at disadvantage, please. Because you're charging across the room.
Okay.
Excellent.
I will use my inspiration.
Sure.
Wait, is that enough? Or
No. So go for it.
Yeah. One better.
That's actually no at disadvantage. That's not enough. Sorry, because it was showing the higher number. Higher number would have been okay. You take
it's
8
12.
points of cold damage
Alright.
as you touch a pipe.
Oh yeah, shouldn't lick those things. Okay.
But you make it
Oh,
across.
yeah,
You make it across. You're there next to Haze.
Oh yeah, Haze hands Hank a miner's pick.
All right. So smashy smashy.
You've just been carrying
Smash
one
away,
of those
smash
with you.
expert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get a Constitution save from everyone in the room, please? So not Parfait.
I thought the room was warm again.
No, I
Nope.
keep saying it's
No,
not.
the water in the
The
floor
water is warm, but
Okay,
rest of the room is very, very cold.
fair enough.
15's a pass. $25's great.
Oh no.
Haze is that. Yeah, Haze just sort of glows warm.
Naeve, get out of the room.
Now you take 4 points of cold damage.
Good news, I'm not dead.
Okay.
Can I, because I'm very small, how high is the water level?
The water level is high enough that you would. It's about probably 1.5 feet, 2 feet.
Okay, I'm a small creature. Can I sit in this to be warm?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think that
Naeve
makes
starts
sense.
bathing.
Sitting in the warm water.
Question:
Well,
is
I'm
this
no
ice-
longer cold.
Question, Nick: is the ice block in the water?
It is, but the ice block is so cold that it is still very much an ice block.
Okay, is there something about, is there something actually sort of draining the heat from the ice block to keep it cold, or?
Make me a perception check. It's kind of hard to see because you've got all the refraction going on from the ice, but yeah, make me a perception check.
Okay. Would this count as a check for a secret door?
Do you think it would count as a check for a secret door?
With that
door in the
I'm
ice.
guessing not.
I'm looking for why this thing is so cold. Could it be a secret door? With a 16, you do actually spot the gate. One of the pipes has burst and is just pumping this this freezing liquid into this cube of ice around the Arcana Loft.
Okay. While Hank's trying to chip away at it, could I try and block the tube again somehow?
That'll be tricky because it's pumping directly into sort of surrounded by the ice. But maybe you can coordinate here, get Hank to go for the tube first instead of breaking the Arcana Loft out, so you can block it off. That could work.
Yeah. Could we count that as a help action for Hank trying to break the Arcana Loft free?
Why not? Yeah, Hank, you may roll with advantage. This will
What
be
am I
a
rolling
raw
here?
strength check.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm good at those.
Yeah.
Not an attack roll?
Not really, because there's no defenses going on here. This is you breaking it down. This is like chopping down a tree isn't an attack roll either, for the same reason.
And this is with advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Oh my god.
Wow. So you do succeed, but I'm going to need another save from everyone in the room.
Con
Except
save.
Knives, because you're sat down in the sauna. Yeah, con save.
I would like, while they're rolling their saves, I would like to look to see if there's any valves or levers that might be able to turn any of this cold off.
Maybe an investigation check. Nice, you've all saved. So Horatio comes up to you, Parfait, and goes, "Oh, why do they persist to be in there when it's so dreadfully cold? Why don't we just, I don't know, just leave, just give up on the whole endeavor?"
We came here for a reason. I don't know why they wanted to come. I guess I'm along for the ride. Something to do, but this is a challenge. Why flee?
Well, I suppose so, but it's not like we're here to save a, I don't know, township or a noble in distress or anything like that. You know, it's just an old dungeon, isn't it? It's just an old prison. Like, we can leave it be.
Well, I can't quite tell you.
Well, very well.
I have an answer right now.
It's a good question, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
I think we should.
Oh, sorry. Go for it.
I think we should probably go back in there and see if they've made any progress. It was just getting a little too cold for me.
Yes, perhaps we should. Yes, and Sir Horatio will go with you into the room. Knives, your check. Do you find one that will probably stop the flow of liquid certainly into the area where Hank and Haze are and the Arcana Loft.
I utilize it.
Yeah, and Hank, you're able to break the ice, and because there's no more liquid being pumped in, the Arcana Loft is freed. It kind of sort of steps out of the ice and shivers. Is wearing really nice blue robes with gold trimming. Looks really fancy, and holds out a paw to Haze. I think holds out a paw to Haze.
I get back down into the water, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah.
Is this a handshake or
A handshake sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Haze accepts the handshake. A
Very
pleasure to make
good.
your acquaintance.
Oh, yes, very good to meet you too, not least because you probably saved my life. Should we get out of here?
Sounds like an idea. Well, the warm's just this way.
Yeah, and he dips out of the room, leaving you to
And-
crawl through.
Haze misty steps after him.
Actually, he's going to leave a door for you all.
Okay. That's
No,
nice of him.
sorry, no, that doesn't work as much. Can you bring a person? Okay, Haze, if
Dimension
you're
door?
teleporting out, he's going to grab Hank and dimension door out.
Okay. Oh well. I'm sure I'll be able to long rest and get that Misty Step back eventually.
Definitely.
Plus, I think she kind of wants to impress the Arcana. Now that she's finally met an Arcana off, she wants to impress them.
So, what are you all doing down here? Oh no, don't tell me, adventurers.
I see your people's reputation for insight is astounding.
Yes, adventurers. Well, very good to meet you. Very good to meet you all.
I'd recognize that was a thing that was in the ice, right?
Yes, yeah.
You probably in that ice for a while. If you're cold, I have some hot tea for you if you'd like it. Would like a cup?
Oh, that would be marvelous. I haven't had tea in quite some time. Not since
I'll
I
just
was
pour
in
him a
the... Oh, I shouldn't talk, of course. Secrets and all that.
Oh, I do love stories.
Ah, well, stories have a price. Stories have a price.
All right, don't we know it? And Hank will look over at Sir Horatio. So what's your name, mate?
My name is Grissom.
Hi, Grissom. Hank. That's Haze, Parfait, Knives, and Sir Horatio's the shiny one.
And Sir Horatio goes, huzzah! It's nice to meet. It's very good to meet you, not least because you saved my life. You know what I said? Secrets have a price. Well, a life's got to be worth one, hey? Tell you what. Spot of... Yeah, you let me out, and that deserves a reward. A bit of free knowledge. Well, almost free. What would you like to know?
Haze, you're the one with the questions and shit, right?
I suppose I am. Okay, what would be the best question to ask here?
You can confer.
Sorry,
You don't have to...
totally jumped over you there. Like, if you've got something that you want to ask, go for it.
I was just going to suggest, maybe we considered how to make this room operate again. It seems to be how to, now, I think it's how we change the way that door leads.
That would make sense.
It's just sitting there politely waiting for you to fully decide and ask him a question. Drinking tea. And he says, this is marvelous tea as well. Very good.
Yeah, it never runs out.
You know, I've met very few Harangon in my time, but it's very great pleasure to make your acquaintance. I tell you that.
Nice to meet you too.
Are there any other thoughts on questions we might like ask?
Look, out of
Okay,
character,
maybe
I'm sorry, I'm just drawing a blank. My brain is mush.
maybe we should ask her about the people who made this, because, well, I think Haze might be considering her hypothesis that this room wants a specific date.
Ask him generally what he knows about this place.
We don't
Yeah.
want to make it a general question. We want something specific, otherwise we might not get anything actionable.
Yeah.
It's tricky. It's tricky.
Maybe we could maybe we should just ask if there's any if he knows if there are any sort of monsters in this place we should be wary of.
Knives is not too worried about monsters. We'll be fine.
Monsters are fine. Ask him how to do the puzzle, like.
Maybe he can
we
help
could
us
ask
fix the
him if-
machine.
Maybe we could ask him if there's any valuable treasure around here, or useful magical items.
But how would we get to magical items?
To get past this room, don't we?
Wait, tell you what, I'm a pretty good
okay.
cook. If you give us a second question, I'll bake you a nice cake.
I appreciate the offer, but I prize nothing higher than knowledge.
I propose we put to vote. All those who wish to ask a question about something we might face later on, raise hand. All those who think we should ask question to solve problem right in front of us, do not raise hand. And Naeve does not raise a hand.
Haze doesn't raise her hand.
Hank doesn't raise a hand.
Parfait does not raise his hand either.
Okay then. A demon person. I believe we have questions.
Hugaloth, please.
Yugoloth, my apologies. I am not familiar. I have never met one such as yourself. You, as regal as you look, I do not know the mannerisms of where you are from. And somebody else, please stop me if I ask incorrect question. But Naeve will gesture to the three valves. These are not working as intended. Perhaps you know how to fix.
Oh, yes. Well, one of them, anyway. He gestures at the one that's clunking in the middle. The one that had the word winter next to him. That one won't go anywhere until you get the control gears.
Haze
I know, because
pauses
I
for a moment.
removed them.
Okay, last time Haze was here, she did actually find some gears. Are those related?
No.
Okay.
He just said he removed them.
Well,
Yes.
that's
Naeve's
question
eyes
solved.
narrow.
Well, I removed them to keep... No, that would be spoilers. I'll tell you where they are. I'll tell you where they are. You can find the first wheel in Dust, and the second in Orchard. Good luck with Orchard. Strange one. Good luck. with
Orchard
Dust
was
as well.
one of the days, right?
Orchard is one of the months, and so is
One of the
Dust.
months. Oh, the stationary ones, yeah.
You didn't see Orchard on the list, on the stationary ones, though.
Interesting.
Dust will get you to Orchard, though.
Okay, we're looking for Dust.
Naeves would like to close the door and turn the stationary valve.
Before you get any
One.
further, allow me to depart. It has been most wonderful making your acquaintance, but I do not wish to stay a moment longer in this place.
If you don't mind me asking, how long you been here?
I don't know how long I've been here. That's kind of the point of the place, isn't it? But perhaps that's a secret, a spoiler, if you will. No, I'll be going now. I don't want to meet it.
Wait, is
Okay,
this
well-
your dungeon? Is this
No.
your place?
No.
Okay. What was the date when you came in here?
When I came in here, it was... it would have been... Hold on a sec, let me get the calendar open. It would have been... the 10th of Fields. 1219.
Date today?
No.
The date today is
It
the
is.
24th of Wheat, 1421.
Yeah, you've been in here about 200 years.
Well, that's no surprise. That's what this place is all about, isn't it?
I figured.
As I say, don't want to spend a moment longer in here. Good luck finding the 12 lines, eh?
See you
at
again,
least
mate.
You've got one of them already, so good work.
Nice meeting
Yes.
you.
Yes.
That's nice meeting you,
Haze
Paul.
snaps a little salute.
Tell it I said hi.
Do you get a-
Is there now a line on that parchment?
No.
No, because we haven't written anything on
Yeah.
it. But we need
We need to
11
write the
more.
win line.
Ah, right.
When the hidden howls fierce and wild.
Yeah, that's
I strongly recommend writing these down somewhere on like notes or something like that because you're going to
Yep.
need these over multiple sessions.
I already have.
Good.
aim.
Yeah, they're kind of off leaves, and none of you question it what it was.
I wanted to, but everyone was talking.
You could say it now as he leaves. That's fine.
What is it, by the way?
No, knowledge is power. I tell you what, they lick their lips and sniff the air. I smell magic on you. Am I right? There's a bit of magic, a whiff of it. The good
Little bit.
stuff, archaic stuff, you know, dug up from some long forgotten past. You want to know about it so bad? Pay for it.
And what's the price?
A bit of your magic. Something archaic, something dug up from the ground.
Oh,
I don't care if it's a sword or a bow or trinket of some kind, but something with a whiff of the magic to it. Something properly old. Not any of this new stuff.
Well, the oldest thing I've got on me is probably Jeremy.
The Arcanoloth has a permanent detect magic, so if Jeremy is not magical,
Yeah. Well, they don't know that. Well, no, the Arcanoloth does, but the party doesn't.
yeah. Well, I said if, but also probably not old enough. Yeah.
Could Haze try offering a bottle of dragon blood, blue?
That's not old enough either.
Yeah, fairly young dragon we harvested.
I can't think of what on me
No
would be
one's
so
found
old.
a sword underground, or
Ironically, I gave away a hat I found underground.
found a strange old item with magical properties.
I have a very old magic spoon.
That probably won't cut it, I'm afraid. We're talking like a
Haze.
magic sword or something like that. That is the cost for this knowledge.
Yeah, the dagger of gleaming that Naeve has probably won't cut it either because it's not like +1 or anything. It's just always clean.
Yeah,
I won't do it.
Haze. The amulet Haze has might work, but I doubt she'd want part of it because sentimental value now.
Yeah.
What you value? You came here for a specific reason, yes?
Yes, of course.
We trade information for reason you came here for. We can achieve reason, and upon our exit, you get whatever your goal was.
No, I don't think so. I appreciate
Yeah,
the offer.
no trade.
Yeah. And he leaves. Oh, sorry, they leave. They leave. Yeah, and they're gone, and you're left in the atrium wondering what it is.
I've got no ideas. The order
It's
we
just
writ the
going
lines
to be
on.
crucial.
Yeah. The order we write the lines down is also probably important.
Possibly. We'll sort that out when we get to it, though.
Yeah.
Question, Nick. It's 10:25.
Yeah.
Have we got time for?
You haven't got time for another
another
room, but what I will do is we'll end on a cliffhanger by having you pick a room. We'll open the door. I'll describe what you see, and then we'll end.
Oh,
So the options were dust or
You've done sleet. Your options are dust or stars.
Well.
Okay,
it's
so
enough
dust
for
leads to
this
the
order.
orchard. Is that right?
Hold on.
Yes.
Parfait was speaking.
Sorry.
I was just saying, the Arcanoloth said dust leads to orchard.
Yes.
That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, what were you
he
saying?
did say that.
Haze?
Oh, sorry. I was saying. Well, I was basically going to say what Blue said, but
Yeah,
I was also thinking maybe we want to go in a different direction for more loot.
Well, it took out the control gears to stop whatever was in this dungeon from getting to it, so it's definitely something to worry about, but no telling where it is.
Well, if the gears lead to it, then logically, if we go to the other places, we won't have to worry about it yet.
I suppose.
That's a bold assumption. I like it, but it's bold.
And
It's a
he
bold
did say
boiler.
the orchard was an iffy one, so maybe we don't want to go straight there.
I mean, we don't necessarily have to do orchard straight away. We can just go into dust, poke our head in.
Okay.
Chronologically, what comes after whatever we're on right now? What was it? I've
After
already lost-
sleep.
After
After
sleep.
sleet, it is fields.
I'm gonna need that list of months again if someone can do. I missed a few. You were speaking very fast.
That's fair. I'll read them out again, and I'll read them a bit slower. Dust, sleet, fields, chattel, sky, orchard, wheat, chaff, bonfires, feast, stars.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Fields wasn't an option that we could get to now, right?
No. Your three options are dust, sleet, stars.
Okay, maybe we should look at sleet or stars then.
It's on
Wait,
sleet at the moment, right?
Okay, sleet must have been the cauldron.
It has to be dust or stars.
Yeah.
It's a 50-50.
Yeah.
Do we want to put it to a vote?
If it's 50-50, just coin flip it and we'll just go with one.
Yeah.
Can I get a
Yeah.
raw intelligence check from Naeves, please?
Oh, sure. Boop. Boop. It was D20. What's my intelligence? +2. Nope.
Seems, yes, it's fine. You probably need to decide which room you want to go in, and you're probably not going to be able to go in the other one or anything. Can I get the same out of Hank and Parfait?
Just intelligence?
Yeah, just raw intelligence check.
Alright.
Knives is currently voting dust for whatever that's worth.
I'm going to
Oh,
give
that was
you
a saving
advantage,
throw.
Parfait.
Whoops. Okay. Advantage.
Yeah, 10.
Okay.
19.
19. Okay. You need to write 12 lines. There are 11 months. First of all, you're going to need an extra line from somewhere. And second of all, you're probably going into every room.
Well, I don't really think about it. It matters what we do first. We're probably going to go into all of them, so.
Yep.
Good point.
So, pick one.
How about stars?
Cool.
Works for me.
Sure,
Stars
let's do it.
sounds lovely. So you clonk the wheel over to stars and you head towards the door, and the cogs sort of peel away again to reveal a cobweb-filled room lit by torches on opposite walls. Dust on the floor has collected in grooves that cover rows of 5-foot square tiles. On the opposite wall, a closed iron chest awaits in an alcove. And one wall bears an inscription, which I will briefly show you, so that you can have a think about it before the next session. 8 appear before your eyes, and 8 remain in schooled disguise. Avoid all magic in this room, lest reckless steps ensure your doom. So each of these tiles is 5 foot by 5 foot. And you'll all start in the south area. You don't need to put tokens down right now, because we'll deal with this next session. And the chest is on the opposite side. You do notice when you're looking around, because I assume at least Naeves will be looking around to try and see if there's a line to write down. Apart from the inscription of those 4 lines, there's nothing else in here.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Okay, who's seen Indiana Jones?
Okay,
It's
I'm
basically
seeing on
that,
the
yeah.
grid.
That was the inspiration.
I'm seeing on the grid the second line from the bottom, necromancy.
I've also found.
Oh, we need to avoid any. We need to. I think we need
evocation,
to. Yeah.
avoid magic. Necromancy's
Okay,
on there
yeah.
twice.
That's-
impressive.
Yeah.
No,
I'm seeing.
that's one you saw.
There's
many-
magic backwards on the bottom line.
Yeah.
How many
And
schools of magic are
evocation.
there?
Some. I can't remember.
Are there
off
8
the top
schools
my
of
head.
magic?
There are 8 schools.
There are indeed 8 schools of magic, yes, actually, yeah.
There are also 8 gods, I believe. Well, 9 now because of shape.
Hmm.
Okay, that's where we're going to end for tonight. You're staring in this room, this puzzle on the floor. I will screenshot that and send it to you so you can think about it before the next session.
Mhm.
You don't need to go into
Already
it.
done.
Like, you've already. Well, if you put that in the Discord, then everyone else can have a look at it. And that's where we're going to end. Thank you all for playing for tonight. Oh, and Sir Horatio goes in and goes, "Never liked reading. It was a sign of someone who's too uppity about things, you know."
Haze
Yeah.
narrows her eyes at his back.
And that's where we're going to end. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Yep,
Yeah,
great session.
Boom, we did it. There we go. That was a fun session. I really liked the Sir Horatio combat, and I think they're going to find some very interesting puzzles and traps and maybe a bit of combat later on in this one. Thank you for everyone watching here, and a huge thank you also for the raid that came in earlier. So thank you very much, Dice, for that. I hope you're all having a really, really good Thursday, and I hope you have a good Friday. There won't be a stream Friday. I'll be doing a game of 13th Age on Discord, which is just a private thing. But we'll be back next week with more Nordmark. And a huge thank you to everyone who supports this. So go to ko-fi.com/Kirstenus to get your name here. So huge thank you Ben Newman, Super Talia DX, Al Wyman, Icky Foo, Catbat, NeoGets, 8-Bit Goggles, Craig Perkins, Summer B. Again, ko-fi.com/Kirstenus, or if you're on YouTube, you can actually become a YouTube member and get your name here as well. And yeah, I'll see you all very soon. For those watching on YouTube, this will go unlisted, so you'll still be able to watch it. And then it'll go members only for a little bit while I edit it. And then it'll be up public again. See you all soon. Have a great weekend.